Hello, hello. Um, Welcome to Champions U. We have these sessions every single Tuesday, every single week, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we usually have different trainers that pop on here from the team talking about topics related to Forex, crypto, NFTs, stocks. And if you know me, you know I usually talk about crypto. Like crypto is what I like to talk about. I actually started off with Forex. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Rosanna. I started off with this community learning about Forex. I have a banking background. I used to work at the bank. I was a financial advisor. So I dealt with investments. I dealt with the stock market. I dealt with multi-million dollar portfolios at the bank. Like that's the type of money I was working with. And I got to see a lot. I got to see what, the 1% do when it comes to their money and their investments. So you're definitely in the right place. And the reason why you're here is probably to learn how to either trade, invest, build multiple streams of income, make your money work for you, because that's really what the 1% do. And there's a lot more that we can do, of course, with our money. But the whole point is to not work or not live paycheck to paycheck, not stay stuck in the matrix. Or even if you love your job, okay, that's totally cool. You know that it's still very wise to build extra streams of income, because having more than one stream of income is very important. You definitely don't want to just depend on one, because anything can happen. You all saw what happened during COVID. A lot of businesses shut down and a lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people got reduced hours, and you definitely have seen, whether it's yourself or people close to you, the effects of what depending on one single piece of income can do. So I was deciding, like, what should I talk about today? I usually talk about crypto, and the last session I hosted, I was talking about like financial literacy and kind of like some cheat codes to the bank. Since I do have a background in that, I was kind of giving an inside scoop of what you guys can do. But I decided, since we have a huge wealth summit coming up, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to talk about crypto, because crypto, I've spoken about that before. I want to cover NFTs today. And I want to do a quick little introduction into NFTs. We're not going to go too much in depth, because that could be a whole lot, like 2-hour training on NFTs, how to make your own NFT. We're not going to cover that. Perhaps, another day we can go more in detail into like the specifics, but I really want to give an introduction to NFTs so you guys are familiar with what they are, how they work, and where to look, what sites to use to look for NFTs. And of course, it relates to crypto. NFTs is a very interesting space. I saw it really boom in the year, what was it, 2021 is when I saw the NFT space really explode, especially on social media. A lot of creators had their display pictures as like their little NFTs. Many of you have probably seen like monkeys, the yacht club, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and a lot of celebrities had NFTs, like Eminem, Justin Bieber, a lot of athletes too, like a lot of people had their display pictures as NFTs. And the reason why is because it was a flex, because NFTs aren't cheap. Well, if you enter in the space early, yes, you probably took advantage of, a decent price, but afterwards people are buying them for like thousands and thousands, like multi-thousands, like millions of dollars. And it was a flex. And so that's why they do it. So let's get into it. I don't want to confuse you with a lot of info right now. I want to kind of take it back to basics of what NFTs are. Who here is familiar with NFTs, by the way? Just let me look at the chat. I haven't seen much here. Let's see. Daniel, I love your energy, by the way. I like seeing some energy in this chat, bringing that energy from Florida. I love it. Which, by the way, shout out to those of you that were with me in Florida. We definitely got burnt there. I see a lot of us, with our tans. Michelle, I'm definitely burnt. But yeah, it was definitely a great experience. Let's see, sort of, no, but I'm trying to learn more about it. I'm new to this whole thing, beginner. Okay, cool. And that's perfect. If you're a complete beginner, that's totally awesome. Because like I said, I'm just going to go over some basics of NFTs. I'm not going to get into technicalities of it because I'm aware that some of you are complete beginners. Some of you probably started just yesterday and you're plugging into this call. So NFTs, basically what it stands for, NFT stands for non-fungible token. And what it is, it's like digital art and it's non-duplicatable. Just give me a sec. I need to plug in my laptop here for a sec, but in the meantime, what do you think, like those of you that said you're familiar All right, no worries. We are back. We are back. Just a little, technical. My laptop didn't serve me for a sec, but we are here. All right. Hold on a sec. Let me spotlight myself. Cool. We're back in action. Okay. So NFTs, are those of you that said you're familiar with what NFTs are, maybe you've heard of it, like what's your take on NFTs? Like, what do you know? I'm just curious to see what type of information you guys have on NFTs. Bored apes. Okay. I mean, if you're familiar with any NFTs, definitely drop the names. Daniel mentioned Bored Apes. If you like anything you know about NFTs, drop it. And if you don't, that's totally cool. V Friends. Yeah, Gary V was a huge advocate for NFTs. It's like a contract, completely digital. Yeah. ETH and SOL to purchase. They're like a crypto, but you can see them. I mean, that's an interesting way to put it. Yeah, so again, non-fungible tokens. So NFTs are non-duplicatable. So let's say if I gave each and every one of you an NFT, each of you would have a different, like, even if let's say the NFT was, let me pick on somebody right now. Let's say we made an NFT of Daniel, okay? And I gave you, each and every one of you, a Daniel NFT, okay? And every single one would be different though, because it could be like, look at him right now, he's on camera. His background, like it could be the same background, but maybe he's wearing a different colored shirt in each NFT. And if it's maybe Michelle and Edwin have the same Daniel NFT with a red shirt, but Michelle has one where he's wearing a hat and Edwin has one where he's wearing a scarf, but then the shirt is exactly the same color, just to like put it in a yeah, just to put it in a picture format so you guys can visualize. Like no one will have the same NFT. It's absolutely impossible. Even if it looks the same, it'll be the smallest little detail where one can have an earring and the other one doesn't. Or maybe the color hair is different, or maybe they have like I don't know, sunglasses and the other one doesn't. Like this is more for like NFTs that are of people or animals. There's penguins, there's apes, there's all types of different animals and people that are made into NFTs. But NFTs are also, it goes beyond that. There's a lot of music artists that made their music into NFTs, which yes, you can do that. I've seen a lot of music artists do that. Concert tickets, put their concert tickets into NFTs. I've even seen artists that make sculptures or even furniture like chairs, turn those into NFTs. Now, there was one popular, I saw it on TikTok. It was like back in 2021. There was a guy who made $1 million from his NFTs, and he literally just took selfies of himself, literally just selfies of himself every single day with a different shirt, different background, different whatever. And he put it on the marketplace for NFTs, which I'll show you very soon. And it wasn't quick, okay? He didn't like instantly, like he posted it and instantly he made $1 million. It took some time, but just pictures of himself. Like imagine you're taking selfies of yourself and you make it into NFTs, and I don't know, for some reason people decide to buy it and you make millions off it. Like that's what happened to him. So and Snoop Dogg is a very popular, he has land like he has not just land, he has like he has a lot of properties and he's a very strong advocate in NFTs too. Who else? There's who else is it? There's a soccer player that's coming to my mind. I can't forget who. I don't remember if it was Cristiano Ronaldo or if it was Ronaldinho. Messi, yeah, but I don't remember. But anyways, there's a lot of public figures and celebrities and athletes that are advocates, not just of the crypto space, but of the NFT space. Something I want to show you right now, just to help with the visual, is I want to show you one project. So one popular one for the ladies is World of Women. And World of Women is an NFT project that advocates, obviously, like empowering women and all that stuff. Which, by the way, something I want to mention too, crypto, I want to talk about crypto right now. So there's a lot of different cryptocurrencies. And of course, there's good ones, there's bad ones. There's scam coins, there's good coins with good projects behind them. NFTs are exactly the same. So there's going to be NFT projects that are created to scam people. So that's why you want to be very careful. Don't fall into like the hype of NFTs. And then there's actual NFTs with purpose behind them. Like they have solid projects behind them. And those are ones that you could potentially invest in long term. But World of Women is one of them. So they're strong advocates for like women empowerment and just women overall. And a lot of celebrities, female celebrities, bought NFTs from World of Women, like Reese Witherspoon and who else? I can't name some. Paris Hilton is a strong advocate of NFTs as well. But also in the music world, Christina Aguilera, Madonna, and Beyonce, oh no, sorry, Christina Aguilera, Madonna, and Mariah Carey, they participated in an NFT project for women in music. So just to show you, NFTs isn't just something that like your friends are talking about, that your partners or family is talking about, or your coworkers. Like a lot of people are involved in the NFT space, and it's been a little quiet lately, but it doesn't mean that there's no opportunity in it. So just how these celebrities participated in different NFT projects, like World of Women and then Women in Music, where they actually made NFT album covers of Christina Aguilera, Mariah Carey, and Madonna, because they're like big figures in the music world in terms of women in music, and of obviously focusing on women empowerment and all that. But I want to show you very quickly, just to give you a visual of what I mean when it comes to NFTs and how unique they are. I will show you where you can look at different NFTs, but first I want to check out the World of Women website with you. Now I could show you a bunch. I could show you the Bored Ape Yacht Club, but I feel like that one's very popular and you guys can look it up yourself. But just to give you an idea too, NFTs, just how they have a purpose behind them and specific projects, they're also very exclusive. So they give you benefits and perks. So you're investing into digital art, but you're not just investing your money and that's it. Like you get exclusive perks. Some NFT projects will invite you to exclusive like yacht parties, or they'll give you access to certain nightclubs or restaurants around the world, or they'll give you, I don't know, like let's say a music artist decides to turn his concert tickets into NFTs. Maybe they'll give you backstage access, or maybe a meet and greet, or whatever. Like whatever the person decides to give you, that's what you get. And of course, the more higher, the more exclusive NFTs give you more exclusive stuff. Like I said, like access to certain restaurants around the world where you don't have to pay. You could literally eat for free. Same thing with different events and nightclubs or clubs or lounges and just a lot of stuff. So it's very exclusive, very like VIP, very elite. So let me just show you very quickly here. Hold on a sec. Oops. Where is this? Okay. Okay, so this is the World of Women website. And of course, it talks about their vision, their purpose, which, by the way, if you're looking into different NFT projects, that's the main thing you want to look at. Don't fall into the hype. There's a lot of celebrities that promote different NFT projects, and they're actually getting paid to promote something. And then it ends up being like a scam project. And it's just, you always want to do your research. But mainly you always want to look at what's the vision behind this project. Like, what's the purpose? What's the what's like the message behind the project? Like this one is really good. There are some others in the fashion world that I'm going to show you very soon because they're very popular in when it comes to like luxury fashion. But look, just to give you an example here, these are examples of some of like NFTs, and you'll notice that they're very different. And even this one here, she has like pink hair and the same hairstyle, but the skin color is different, the makeup's different, the clothing's different. Like that's just how it is. So just to the example with Daniel, like if Daniel was an NFT, you'd see like different traits, and you see it with everyone. Like there's a lot of these NFTs, you'll notice there's a lot of them with the same hairstyle, the same hair length, or maybe the same I don't know, skin color, but then there's different traits that are different, like the sunglasses, the makeup, the lipstick. When it comes to the guys, maybe one has a beard, one doesn't. There was a penguin one where, you know, some had the spiky hair, others didn't, others had a Santa Claus hat, others didn't. Maybe one had like a green scarf, the other one didn't. So it's just little things like that. I'm not going to show you like every single one, but just to give you an idea of what it is. And when you're looking at pricing, let's say, it's definitely not the cheapest when it comes to projects that have been out for a while. Those that participate, those that got into the, what is it, CryptoPunks early on, like if you guys actually look up the price of CryptoPunks when it first came out, you will wish you invested in that. Because if you know the price of CryptoPunks right now to get one NFT, it's insane. It's like thousands and thousands of dollars versus before it was probably just a few hundred or less. And it's the same thing with Bitcoin. Like you guys are familiar with Bitcoin. Bitcoin before was like what, like $100, 200, very inexpensive. And now if you want to get a Bitcoin, it's like, who knows the price of Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin at right now? Does anyone know? Or anyone want to look it up quickly for me? Does anyone know off the top of their head? 30K? Yeah. So imagine being around when Bitcoin was like $100, but now it's 30K to buy one Bitcoin. And it's basically similar with the NFT space. So this is just an example of, you know, an NFT project. Let me see if I can show you more of what they look like here. Can't really see, but anyways, um, again, this is just more of an example of a project that I believe is good. Now, don't, always do your own research. Don't buy into something and say, Rosanna told me to, but always use your discretion. A place now, the marketplace where you can look at NFTs, OpenSea. So OpenSea is a place where you can go and look at different, like if you're looking to browse different NFT projects. Now, you obviously want to be careful and make sure you're looking at the right one, because there are some listings that aren't necessarily NFTs. But the good thing about NFTs is like someone mentioned earlier, it's like a certificate, almost like, let's say you buy a designer bag, like a Birkin. It comes with its like authenticity certificate. So if you're buying it off someone, then you want to make sure you have that certificate with you, because then okay, it's legit. It's not a dupe. It's not like a fake that someone made, like a fake Birkin or anything like that. Like you're actually buying the real thing. It's the same thing with the NFT space, and that's why you want to make sure that you buy it off something like OpenSea, because if someone, let's say if I were to go to Michelle and be like, hey Michelle, I have this NFT and I'll sell it to you for like $5,000, but like she pays me 5,000 and really it ends up just being a screenshot of an NFT, it's not the actual NFT, then she's kind of getting scammed there. So you always want to be careful. But this is the marketplace where you can look at different NFTs. And look, just like I said, I mean, these ones aren't the most appealing, in my opinion. Some people, when it comes to NFTs, they like, especially like the person NFTs, like if you look at World of Women, or there's other NFTs where it's like girls or guys, they try to pick an NFT that looks like them. I've seen a lot of people do this. Me personally, I mean, these, yeah, they can be good investments, but I don't like them. So I probably wouldn't buy one even if I could. Or maybe if I saw one, like who I don't know. They're pretty interesting. Like maybe you can see one that you like or that looks like you. Which one would I pick? Let's see. Oh, I don't see. There's no I don't know. I don't like any of them, but that's just me. Like some people, like really, when it comes to investments, you shouldn't really care. You should pick one that obviously, there's rare NFTs too. So the more rare it is, the better. And what I mean by rare is sometimes out of, let's say 5,000, the one that you have has like black sunglasses, and only 5 out of 5,000 has black sunglasses, then that makes it a rare NFT. And that's something you want to look at. So whenever you're looking to buy an NFT, it tells you like the different qualities and traits. Let's see. Let's pick one right now. I'm just being super picky. I'm just gonna pick whichever one loads here. Okay, cool. This one. Okay. 6. But yeah, here you see its traits. I mean, if you want to read about it, you can read about it, details. Where is, I'm a little blind, so I can't really see much here. But you get the point. You can go on OpenSea and look in more in detail about the different NFTs. You can check price history, how much it's listed for, its traits, its characteristics. You can see how rare it is in terms of its different, like this one is pretty plain. It doesn't have a lot, but there's a lot of other NFTs that have a lot of accessories on them. Like I said, like earrings, hats, chains, sunglasses. So that's something you really want to look at, or even let's say the background. Sometimes it has like a gold background. It makes the NFT more rare compared to the other ones. So that's something you want to really look at. But again, always do your own research. There's a lot of NFT projects I've seen that looked very promising, but ended up being scams. So don't go into it blindly. And especially if it costs a lot of money, don't be putting a lot of money into the NFTs, but it's just the same thing as crypto. Another thing I want to show you is, where is it? So a lot of fashion brands too, if in case you didn't know, a lot of fashion brands like Gucci and Prada, they've collaborated with different NFT projects. So if you're someone that's into fashion, I definitely encourage you to look into this, because NFTs doesn't have to be one dimensional. NFTs, there's gaming, there's gaming NFTs in like the gaming world, like combined with the gaming space. So if you're into gaming, you can definitely take advantage of that, where you earn like, I think your character is an NFT, and then you can play to earn. So those of you that like gaming, that's something cool. Those of you that like fashion, you can look into different brands that collaborated with different NFT projects and see what they're up to. There's been fashion shows in the metaverse. There's even like stores, like fashion stores in the metaverse. There is, what was it? I think it was H&M that's in the metaverse. Was it H&M or what was it? I think it was H&M. But also Gucci has a store in the metaverse, but they also have a lot of collaboration with different projects. So this is an example of different NFTs that these designer brands have done. The Metaverse Fashion Week, like just how we have Fashion Week in real life here in around the world, they have it in the metaverse as well. But there's a lot going on in the fashion world. So I just kind of wanted to point this out for those of you that are into fashion. Even if you're interested in the NFT space itself, there's a lot of people, I've even seen people in the fashion space post content related to NFTs and fashion on TikTok. And they do really well because it has like a target audience where people are interested in these things. Like NFTs doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be just about apes and penguins and crypto punks. Like there's so much around the NFT space. It really comes down to what your interest is and just like focusing on that specific area. If you're into gaming, cool. Look up play to earn games, NFTs in the gaming space. If you're interested in fashion, you could look into that. But that being said, that's really just a quick glimpse into the NFT world beyond what people think it is, just digital art. You can see it in many different spaces too. So what else here? Any questions, by the way? Because I really just wanted to do a quick little introduction into NFTs. We could go more in depth on specific things to look at when it comes to NFTs if you guys are interested, or that's something, I mean, hey, maybe we could even cover that on the Wealth Summit. But do you have any questions regarding anything that I shared here? Which, by the way, OpenSea is the site. If any of you tuned in late, it's the marketplace for NFTs, and you can always explore different NFT projects here. Does Nike do NFT? Yeah, actually, Nike had wait, was it Nike? I believe they did. There was I wish I had the list, because I remember there was a point where I was making a lot of content on TikTok about NFTs and different brands. I believe Nike did. That's something that you might have to Google. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't know if it was Nike or Adidas, but I feel like Nike would be more prone to doing that. But yeah, if you're into brand fashion or even like sports, it's something you should definitely look into. Or even music. NFTs, I will tell you this, if you're into the music scene, I actually have a friend who's a music artist and her brother is a DJ, and he's like a DJ he's DJ'd with what's his name? Dead Mouse, is that the name of that other DJ? He's DJ'd with Dead Mouse. He's DJ'd like all over Europe, like huge. And they actually collaborated with an NFT project for the music space, which gives them access to certain concerts in the metaverse, and it supports a lot of like music artists. It's a very cool project. But if you're interested in the music scene specifically, there's a lot of NFT projects specifically for that too, if you're interested in that. So that's why I'm telling you, the NFT space is actually very, very cool. It's not spoken about much. I find not as much as it was back in 2021. I believe like the hype died down a bit, but like I said, whatever you're interested in, there are certain projects catered to that, and they're very interesting. And especially those of you that are in the content creation side of things, if you really are interested in fashion, gaming, sports, music, and you educate people about NFTs in those areas, I think that would be really cool. Or if you find an NFT in one of those areas that you believe in and that has a good like a good vision behind it and good utility, then that's something you could obviously invest in. But obviously, you know, at your own discretion, this is not financial advice. And you definitely want to do your own research when it comes to that. So what else? Jordans. How do you tell the difference between a real and a fake NFT? Well, that's where you can't really tell if you're looking at it like on your screen, because someone can literally, like this right here is an NFT, but someone could literally screenshot it and put it as their IG display picture and pretend like, hey, this is my NFT. And you can't really tell because it's a screenshot of the actual NFT. Now, when it comes to buying, that's where you can tell, because then you'll know what is it? When you're getting it off OpenSea, you know it has its like certificate that you get when you buy the NFT. So it's not like I said, if you're buying it off a website, if I, let's say, were to take a screenshot of this picture right here, if I were to screenshot this and I were to list it on a website, and I'm saying it's an NFT and it's going to cost you like, I don't know, how much is this one? 60 ETH. Let's say I listed it for like 20 ETH. Someone that doesn't know would give me that money. And like I said, it would just be a screenshot. It wouldn't necessarily be an NFT. And also with the actual NFT itself, you got to look at what benefits, what perks you get with it. So as an example, Bored Ape Yacht Club gave their members a specific access to specific things. If it's a fake NFT, you're obviously not getting access to those things, and you're just buying the digital art. The digital art, it's not actually the real thing either. It's just a screenshot. But when it comes to the specific projects, you're getting specific things. And so that's why you gotta really only look at OpenSea. I think there's another website. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but there's another one that I believe people were using for NFTs. If anyone knows it, they can drop it in the chat. But I remember there was another one. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm more familiar with OpenSea. This is the one that I've used to look at different NFT projects. Have I bought any? No, I haven't. The first, I think in 2021, I put money towards an NFT, but it was like a very small one. It was a gaming one. So it was just like out of curiosity, you know, the little characters looked cute. And to me, it's like, well, if I lose this, I don't really care. Because again, I wasn't going to put thousands in an NFT and not really know if I believed in it or not. So that's something you want to be very careful with too. You don't want to just blindly put money into an NFT just because your friend bought it or someone says, oh, this is like this is the biggest project this year. Like, you really want to be careful. If Kim Kardashian's sponsoring an NFT, you definitely don't want to buy into it. No offense to her, but she was known to promote a bad NFT. Was it a bad NFT or a bad crypto? I don't remember. So you got to be careful with that. But I mean, we can definitely have, I think we're going to have a segment, I'm not sure, during the Wealth Summit on NFTs, because we can definitely cover more in detail specifically what to look at. Yes, MetaMask. So this is the thing. So the questions, maybe this is something we can structure together for the Wealth Summit. I'm not sure what the segments are looking like, but if we do an NFT segment, or if we do another Champions U call on NFTs, then maybe we could just focus on like the steps of buying one, or what to look at when you're buying one, because that's gonna be more in detail. This is more an introduction of what an NFT is, what they look like, for those of you that have never, ever seen or heard of an NFT before. Well, you've probably heard of it, but you just didn't really know what it was. It's not just, apes. It goes a lot beyond that. Like I said, there's gaming, there's fashion, there's a lot, music. It's very big in the music world. So, and I do believe it's a space that's underrated, to be honest, because again, like the crypto space, you want to be very careful. You don't want to fall into the hype, but there is a lot of potential, especially with the metaverse. And you all know a lot of things are going, what is it? Those like virtual, what is it? Did Apple come up with those virtual, what are those things? Who knows the name of it? Nobody knows. Apple Vision goggles. Is it that? Yeah, but like just how everyone's having like their virtual, what is it, experience with those virtual reality. Yes, that's it. The metaverse is similar in terms of, it's like a different world. Some people aren't a fan of it because they feel like it's, not real. But I do feel there is potential in there, especially with a lot of the lands. I know people bought lands in the metaverse. Again, there's fashion week in the metaverse. There's concerts that happen in the metaverse. There's a lot going on in there. So it's something definitely you should look into. Again, I'm not saying to buy anything or invest anything. Again, that's your discretion, but I do believe the NFT space is underrated right now in terms of the potential that it has, especially with like the different areas. But that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up there because we do have an emergency call in 10 minutes. Oh, creating your own NFT. That's actually, I like that you asked that question, because it's not as hard as you think, especially if you are just, taking a selfie of yourself and you decide to make yourself an NFT. But that's something we don't have time to go over right now. If you want to explore that further, then we can always do that on another session. But in 10 minutes, we do have the emergency call. So I will wrap it up here. Any questions you have, by the way, just remember to always drop them in the Champions U chat. That's why we have that chat. Just because you see a lot of Forex talk, don't think it's just Forex, okay? You can ask questions about stocks. You can ask questions about crypto. You could ask questions about NFTs, financial literacy. Those of you that were on my session before, got some gems there. But yeah, any questions you have about this session specifically, just drop it in there and I'll try my best to answer it as quickly as I can. But that being said, we'll wrap it up. See you guys, those of you that will be on the emergency call. It's a very important call, okay, because we have some exciting announcements. And those of you that know, we have a Wealth Summit coming up, but you definitely want to be a part of this call, emergency call in 10 minutes, hosted by Christian. So I will see you all there and have a great rest of your Tuesday.